Sam's just attempting to get under the bus. We've got these 2 storage bays on one side of the bus that have mechanisms that are seized up. Feeling very fortunate this morning as our neighbour from up the road actually dropped in a bunch, like hundreds of onion slips. Putting the onions in now will ensure that they're ready and harvested by the time it's December and summer's really kicking off. So let's go plant hundreds of onions. They were destined for his compost pile, so he was sweet enough to think of us. Can never have too many onions, right, Eris? We love onions. Yes, well you don't, but I do. Let's go, boys. So good. I'm so excited to have so much onion. You guys know it's been my goal to have all of our root crops grown at home, all of our staples, and onions are 100% a staple. Good boy! Come here! Come, you're such a good boy! Thank you for listening! Oh, you're such a good doggy. Did you come when I called? Well done. Well done. Stick around here, buddy. I'll give you more pats. Huh? You're becoming such a little explorer. Like your brothers. This soil's looking so incredibly healthy, guys. It's finally not soaking wet, but also all the microbes are back. It's not looking dry, it's looking black and beautiful again. This is going to be a great growing season. I can already feel it. Giving your beds a rest can sometimes be really painful as a gardener because all we want is to grow more food, but it can sometimes be the best thing for them. Hi, sheep. Hey. Well, no one loves me today. That's a bit rude. Whatever. You guys need more food. More food, more water. All right, and that is officially all the onions planted. I mainly planted them in this bed that's already had garlic for the last 4 months, and in this bed again where the garlic has been growing for 4 months. So onion slips should really only take 4 months to grow into onions, and because these garlics have about 4 months to go, by the time it's December, I'll be able to harvest all the garlic and all the onion together, and then be able to plant out all of my summer crops. If you want to get these stickers off your bus, then a heat gun is almost necessary to get the adhesive to get off.
Also just to make the sticker malleable so that it actually peels as opposed to just breaking, because it's brittle from the sun. On a roll now. Once
once you get the groove of it. I'm at 150 and going just ahead of where I'm about to unstick it. That's so satisfying. So satisfying. It goes so crunchy after. Like,
Yeah.
look. It just breaks. So gross. What can you do?
So I started working on this the other day, trying to get into these bays underneath, and I had a moment where I was like, oh God, I'm gonna regret this. And I cut that because logically at the time I was like, I'd rather fix the door than compromise the integrity of the box itself, because I'm planning on storing stuff in there and I don't want to cut into it and then like find that I can't get to where I need to get to, so then I'm going to do more cutting and like cut sections that just should not be cut for the integrity of the box. So I figured I'll cut the door, that way I can just do a simple weld job. We don't really mind how it looks in the end if it's just a patch job, but that didn't work. It didn't work at all. And the part of the neck mechanism that sees up is actually on the inside of the box, so even though I've cut into it, I can't do anything with that cut at all, which is really upsetting. Fast forward to today, and now I received the piece of information that I was dreading, which is the confirmation that I was going to regret cutting into that door. You see, the box doesn't have a welded lid. So the floor I was already intending on pulling up, it has just revealed the interior, and look at that, there's the door. So now I can, on one hand, that's like a real pain that like we couldn't figure out how we were going to get into these boxes. That's solved that issue, because now I'm in the box already and I can get to the mechanism exactly how I want to. But now I got to fix the door. So it's just the way it goes. But great news, guys. We've actually got two boxes down there, two doors. And I was like a bit concerned that they were both going to be seized up and I'd have to get into each one individually, but they're actually completely connected all the way down. This entire side row down the side is just all like designated for storage, which is perfect because I can really work with that with our like kind of access stuff, like that gas and some of the electronics could potentially go down there. Plus it's good storage on the outside. But then it means I can reserve the right-hand side of the bus for like tanks and infrastructure I don't really need to get to much because there aren't as many doors down this side. Oh, it's just good news. Ugh. Oh, look at that. It wants to go, guys, it wants to go. Come on. Oh. Yes. Oh. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, oh man, that's satisfying. Considering I cut the other one actually is broken. So, oh man. Oh. Nice. It's a good storage space, guys. Di's going to be very excited.
Yeah.
Now we just got to figure out how to get this one off. I think I'm gonna have to do some cutting on this one. I mean, I can keep trying to wedge it, but it is pretty seized. One down.
Surfboard. So you take like a little, like that much.
Yeah, no, that's not much.
And you can put some oil on your hands, and you're like flattening it out, avoiding holes.
Yeah,
Holes at the end. You want to make it as flat as you can, and then add a little bit of like a little patty like this.
Okay.
And then I found that the best way to close it is like just folding it
Okay.
over.
Alright.
Whew. We did it, guys. We did it with a little more damage than I was hoping or anticipating. I really had to cut into this to get this. It actually turns out I couldn't cut it from the inside. I had to cut it from the outside because it was so seized up. It was actually like pulling. It doesn't matter. This side wasn't quite so seized up, so I had more access so I could cut it. Quite a bit of rust in here though, guys. None of it's structural, it's all just surface, but it is very flaky, so I'm gonna have to grind back quite a bit of it. It's pretty thick though, like we're talking very thick steel. So once I get that back and seal it, it should be fine, but is what it is.